Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Hey, family. How you doing? It's your brother King Simon in the mother flipping building. What's up? Lot of mercy. I hope everybody's feeling good out there. I'm the real Negos. If you don't know what that means royalty in the building, my friend. I'm trying to tell you from the Ethiopian word. 100%, baby, 100%. So I'm trying to tell y'all got to have a good time. We're going to have a great time. I have a special guest coming up at the top, coming up at the top of the hour. So don't touch that dial because, I want to say, first of all, these ladies are going to drop some pearls of wisdom, and we don't like to give pearls to no swine. I ain't into swine giving. So if you swine, get off my line right now. I ain't got no time for the trolls and the crazy people. I told y'all before, respectfully, this is a troll-free zone. All trolls got to take a step somewhere else. I ain't got no time for it. Y'all know me. All right, now, I don't play. I'm one of them people that, hey, you know how we do it. Get out of here. Get out. I don't need y'all in my building. That's how I work. All right. Y'all are welcome to King Simon Presents Only Quality People, only if you are qualified. That's right. And of course, we broadcast on the New Motivational Nation. And also, you can hit me up at Linktree/King Simon the New Motivator. That's Linktree/King Simon the New Motivator. You know what we do. And you know I am a person that loves to read and study. And just want to remind everybody that tomorrow, we have a special guest. We will be doing this interview on IG. This sister and her beautiful family. She interviewed me a couple months ago. So we're going to have Ma'atka Shashat. She's going to be in the building. Generational health revolution. So I'm happy to have her on. And do remember, every Wednesday, me and this sister from out of Toronto, crossing borders, do a show called Healing Vibes every Tuesday at 8 p.m. at healingvibeshow.com. Of course, well, not healingvibeshow.com, but we're also at Instagram. But every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do it right here. And this coming Wednesday, we have the one, the only Paula Herlock coming in. Oh, Paula Herlock is an extraordinary lady, man, that has been touring the world, teaching about health and wealth and all the beautiful things that we need to do. And she's a much older elder. She's a sister that, she's vintage, put it like that. And she's a beautiful spirit at all times. Of course, she's going to be speaking about how to intentionally create a spiritual blueprint to enter into 5D Earth. Ooh, I got to find out what 5D. I know what 3D is. I know what 2D is. I even know what 4D is. But what 5D? Ooh, that's going to be 5 levels of it. And then the next on actually, also, I didn't do the flyer for that, but this after her interview on Sunday on the 26th, which happens to be Dr. SaS Vee's birthday, but I'm going to take it another route. I'm not going to do a tribute to Dr. SaS Vee. He is my brother. Love him. To everybody know him. I love him to life. And Dr. SaS Vee helped me out with my eyesight. And don't think these are regular glasses. These are glasses to block off the energy from the computer. These are called blue blocker glasses. So I don't wear glasses unless I drive in late at night. That's the only time I wear glasses. So, but these are blue blockers. But Dr. SaS Vee helped me with my eyesight, Dr. Africa, and of course, How to Eat to Live. That's where Dr. SaS Vee started off with anyway. So I know how that worked. And I will be having the one, the only Christian Gregory. Dr. Christian Gregory will be with us the next Wednesday. After that, we're going to have the one, the only Christian Gregory. We're going to be speaking about the book. Those who haven't gotten this book yet, this book here is a phenomenal book about Dick Gregory, the essential Dick Gregory. And I'm going to have his son on with us this coming next Wednesday, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. And he's also a doctor in health and nutrition. So we're going to be having him on, myself. But on the 26th, like I was saying, we're going to have Imam Siraj Wahab. He's going to be here. Everybody who knows him, he's well known throughout the Islamic community. And he's one of those brothers that used to be in the Nation of Islam back under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad back in the day. So I'm happy to have him. He's into Sunni Islam now, but we want to make sure we create that peace for the Middle East, because I know the Jews and the Muslims in New York are working together just by him alone, and the other rabbis, they working together. So I don't know what's going on over there in the East. So we're going to have Imam Siraj come in and do it. He's right there on Fulton and Fulton and Bedford. That's where the Mosque Taqwa is. That's Masjid Taqwa is going to be there. It's there over there. So make sure you go and support my brother over there. Excellent lectures every Friday at Juma. Enough respect to him. And please remember to support Carrie Ann Ingram. She's a certified spiritual energy healer and guide. Go to her website, carrieanningram.com. That's carrieanningram.com. And also her link tree is Carrie Ann Ingram. That's linktree/Carrie Ann Ingram. Of course, one of my teachers of numbers, my man himself, my brother, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Make sure you hit him up at 800-581-4401. And he's the world-renowned astronumerologist. He used to be on WBLS, LIB, all kinds of places. So enough respect to him all the time. And if you do want to pay for my class, if you want, remember I just did a recent webinar and people are buying my class like crazy, which is beautiful. It's only $55. And even Lloyd said, yo, that's cheap, King Simon. No, it's reasonable. It's not cheap. It's reasonable. But the information that I impart about learning how to use your mathematics, because mathematics is life and life is mathematics, and they always stand true. Well, the messenger used to say Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam. But I understand it from a whole nother level when I apply that math to show you how it works for you, the human being. All of us say that we live in this universe, and every physicist in the world said that the universe is mathematics, and then we act like that mathematics doesn't pertain it to us. That don't make no damn sense to me. So it is what it is. We're going to keep that moving. And do remember, every Tuesday I do a thing called the Numerovational Perspective. It's a call-in show where you can actually call in and ask me any questions about numbers connected to you and life and relationship and all kinds of craziness. That's what we do. I have fun while I'm doing it. And if you do want to advertise with me, commercial break and intermission, please contact either myself, Carrie at carrieanningram.com, or myself at King Simon, that's KSPTVmedia@gmail. Remember, advertisement doesn't cost, it pays, like we used to say in the radio world. And remember, if you want to buy any of my books, all my books is on Amazon right now. You can go through linktree/King Simon, the Numerovator. And if you do want to book a session, a numerovational session, remember, I don't just do numerology. Numerology means the study of numbers. I'm here to motivate you with your numbers so you can be better in what you do and how you do things. Whether you do it or not, that's up to you. That's your business. I try to tell people, but I keep on doing what I do and I keep on seeing results. So big up some of the celebrities that book me all the time and people that's out there. And I believe that everyone out there is a celebrity. Now, it is now It is now 7 o'clock in the East Coast, family, and we are broadcasting not only on Facebook, we're broadcasting on YouTube, we're broadcasting on Twitter also, and we also broadcasting, I believe, we're also broadcasting on the web, the YouTube channel. Your mama said what? So we're gonna make sure we bring on. Without any further ado, these beautiful ladies are coming on to do what they do and have fun at what they do and show us these pearls and give us these pearls of wisdom. Family, I want to welcome on our show for the first time right here on King Simon Presents Only Quality People, the one, the only ladies of Your Mama Said What? Let's get them on. How y'all doing?
Hey. Greetings, everybody. Hello.
How you doing? I'm glad to have y'all on. How y'all feeling today?
Fine.
Wonderful.
I'm glad that y'all are on. Thank y'all very much. First of all, let's go in a row and start introducing who we have up in this piece. All right. I want to make sure everybody. Let me make sure I post this thing in the link inside of the chat right now. Okay, everybody. Bruce Lee is in the building. What's up, Bruce? Bruce is in the building. Big up to Bruce. Hey, Bruce been there for a long time. I don't know how Bruce got in here, but we're gonna make it happen. All right, we got the host of Your Mama Said What podcast in the building, and we want to start off with the one in the yellow. What's your name? Let's put you up in the front. What's your name first and foremost?
I am Sister JLyn, going by JLyn on the podcast. Your Mama Said What?
That's right. Your mama said what? And then we're going to go to this next sister in red. What's up, girl? Tell them who you are.
Hey. I am SaS Vee, host of Your Mama Said What?
All right. And then we're going to go to this last sister right here. What's up, sis? Talk to me.
I say peace and greetings. I am Sister SaS. I'm co-host on the podcast of Your Mama Said What.
Lord have mercy. I'm so happy that y'all mama said something. I'm proud of everyone.
Right.
And now, first of all, and anybody could answer this question. What is the premise of this new show, this new podcast? Your Mama Said What? What is the premise of it, please? Who wants to start off? Anybody can start off.
Well, can we go back a little and just say how it came into formation?
Okay, let's go. If you want to go back, there she is. Okay, the director.
You got to start from the root, right?
I want to just, I just want to set it off, but you go ahead. Let's do it.
All right. So, it started because the universe kept bringing to me the thought of doing a podcast, and I kept putting it off. And finally I said, just listen. And I did it. And before the fear could creep into me, I called Sister SaS, and she's my partner in a lot of things. And I said, do you want to do a podcast? She immediately said yes. And we are two fiery spirits. So I said, we need some balance. So I called Sister Vee. And I said, do you want to do a podcast with us? And Sister Vee wasn't hesitant, but she asked a couple of questions before she said yes. So here we are. Here we are.
Okay. Let's get that a round of applause, family. Let's get that a round of applause. And I think that's very important because, I always, on my show, I have a lot of, I keep it balanced, male and female come on my show. And, because sisters got something to say. And if us brothers ain't willing to listen to what sisters got to say, sometimes we lose our way because the brothers don't want to get a little egotistical from the negative ego. We start running the route. And I remember watching the movie 300. And 300, the guy had to climb up the mountain in 300 to go and consult the female oracle before he went to war. And she told him not to go to war. He will die. Sure enough, he did die. He did die because he didn't listen to the female oracle when he could have offset a lot of the madness that went through his life in as far as that movie is concerned. So I'm proud of y'all doing what y'all doing. I'm happy about that. Now, let's get to the premise of it. Now, what is the premise of the show? Your Mama Said what? Who want to explain that? Who want to talk about that?
Sister Vee, Sister SaS.
Go ahead, Vee.
So it's about, three experienced, seasoned women.
Yes. That's a good word.
Who have experience, and we have experience, and we have things that we want to share. We have that we want to share with not just our community, but we want to share worldwide. We want to talk about some things because, again, all three of us together, even though we are sisters, we have 3 different experiences, different variety of different things that we go through. And then some of these things may resonate with someone. So we want to just share that with others. Because what I've learned is that sometimes when you speak about things, others will resonate with it and that they'll feel something about it, and it may motivate them to do anything. It may inspire some others. It may teach others. So that's what we wanted to do with this podcast.
Powerful. Give that a round of applause again, family. Now, let's get into it now, because this is very important. I feel that, with the world of experience that all of you have in different places in different parts of the world. I mean, well, in America, let's say that. I don't know about different parts of the world, but what is it that, and why do you feel that the younger people aren't really accepting the pearls that the older brothers and sisters have to offer? And I want to let's start off with SaS. SaS, I want to go straight to you, sister. Talk about that. Why do you think some of the younger people are not accepting a lot of the pearls of wisdom that us as brothers and sisters have to offer nowadays? Please.
Well, I think that it's a disrespect of mothers and women and the feminine expression of the spirit. I think that your mother is your first teacher. Well, usually she's your first teacher, your first nurse, and she should be honored and respected. And that's the position I'm coming from as a loving mother with something to offer all children, to just help them see the beauty in their self, in their God spirit, in a practical way that they could relate to me.
Oh, good. And that's very important. People that are just tuning in, we have Sister SaS, we have Sister Vee, we have Sister JLyn, and their link to their YouTube channel is pinned on the top of this broadcast. So please show them some love. Make sure you join their community. It's pinned right now. Show them some love, because it's very important. You got to spread love. You got to spread love. So everyone should subscribe to their YouTube channel right now.
You should, yes.
Right now. It's all about spreading love. And these sisters are going to be breaking down some stuff. Brother Bruce Lee said, right. That's right. Our women are our first teachers on every aspect. Now, from Sister JLyn, what is from your Sister JLyn, what is your perspective, and from what I just asked, the question I just asked about why they're not really honoring the elders nowadays?
I think that the world has such a pull on them, on children, that from the TV set to the movies. And if we're talking about television, if you watch television, you watch the shows that children may be tuning into, the respect of mothers or parents is just not there. The children are talking to the parents anyway. So they're not seeing that if we're allowing our children to be babysat by the television. But also it could be that parents are not being the proper example.
Right.
And we can be telling our children one thing and we can be doing something else. And children, they say children, they do what they see and not necessarily what they're told to do. So if we're not living the example, then they're not going to listen to us.
That is true. Sister Vee, answers the same question, please, from your perspective. I know everybody got their perspective.
Yeah, and it's pretty much what both of them said as well, too. And also because, as much as we would like to say we have a lot of younger, so the grandparents are young as well, too. It's a lot of, they're not as experienced, I'll say, because I don't want to use the other word. So they're not as experienced as a grandmother maybe years ago, and don't always have that in the household. Like, so the mother, I said it probably earlier today, the mother may be 16, they had a baby, and the grandma and the grandmother may only be 30, but the grandmother still wants to go and enjoy herself as a woman, not really knowing all of the ins and outs of being a parent, as well as now she has to be a grandparent. So they don't always have that experience. So I think that is what a lot of us are lacking in our society right now. So that children are not as respectful to their grandparents or to elders at that. Because you'll see even on the bus and the trains, they don't give up their seats anymore. But we used to do that.
Yeah.
But now they don't do that. They'll curse in front of elderly people. They do all kinds of things in front of elderly people. And so this is something that we want to try and let you know. This is how we grew up. This is how we were raised. You know, some may like, oh yeah, you know what, that is good. And that's what we need. Some may not. But we want to put it out there. We want to share our experience so you can kind of get an idea of what we went through and how we were. So that's just what we want to share.
All of them gave us their point of view. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, you know, man, that there's a lot to unpack when it comes to that, because many of us in our time was rebellious also. Let's not play games with that. Me, out of all, I was one of the rebellion. My mother said, boy, your head hard. My mother used to say that straight up. She old Jamaican woman. So she used to say my head was hard. She'll tell me to do one thing. I'm like, really? Not that one. I'm doing this. I got things.
Your mama said what?
Yeah. My mama said what? Yeah. It comes. It's all over the world. If you go to Africa, because right now the younger people are a little bit different, even in Africa, in Caribbeans, and all over the world, they're acting out. And we know, according to so-called scriptures, the theory of the biblical scriptures, it says, you know, young men for war and older people for counsel. But they don't want to take on the counsel. And I'm glad that all of you answered it in your own perspective. What do y'all say about what's happening in social media? Has that put a battery in the back of their back for them to be so disrespectful to the elders?
Yeah.
Anyone can answer. Go ahead, Sister SaS. You want to go? Go ahead. Take it.
Yes. Our children are basically turned over to public school all day. So who are teaching our children? People love children. You know, I'm part of a homeschool cooperative where we have independent education, and the curriculum is the truth. So where are our children all day? Our children are being babysat by the streets, the peer pressure, the gangs. And this generation, I'm told, is the generation to bring into the fulfillment of our history, the fulfillment of all the oppression. They're fighters. They don't want to just be lectured to. They want you to show and prove. We always say children are the future, but they're the present. They're the present. They're in the here and now. Not only if you don't deal with the present, I think our future is glorious because they're fighters. They're not listening to the old ways. Even though the old ways have value, you just have to figure out a way to give them the value.
So you say that. Okay. Anybody have another opinion on that, please? Because this is your mama said what? Which one of y'all mamas gonna say something? Come on. Who got another opinion on that?
Well, I don't have another opinion. I agree with what she said.
Okay.
So it's not another opinion.
Okay. How about you, Sister V?
Yeah, we all in agreement on that one. Absolutely.
Okay. So now that's why it's important. Whatever you're doing now, as far as your podcast is concerned, you might want to think about when you do your interviews, get some of these young sisters and hear what they got to say, because they're gonna talk they sass. I'm sorry, Sister SaS, no pun intended, but they're gonna talk they sass. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important that the older generation and the younger generation sit down and talk to each other again, because we're not doing that. We're not even doing it around the dinner table like we used to back in the day. A lot of that's who got police officers in their house? Who that?
They're not in my house, but they're in my neighborhood. I live in the hood.
You live in Brooklyn? Where you live in? You live in Brooklyn still?
This is the urban jungle where we deal with urban stress of police, fire, ambulances all day and all night. So
I understand.
That's just my
now listen to my hood. Ain't no less stress no more. I left that hood. I'm going to less stress as I got older. But let's get back to the point. These younger brothers and sisters now, and I keep on saying brother because a lot of the sisters are going through their healing and their therapy, but the brothers are not. The men are not. And if we're going to, you can't send off sisters to Queen of Four or certain healing classes and certain classes to get healed, and then brothers are not working on themselves, because that same woman coming back to that non-healed brother wanting to put some hands on that healing sister. So what do we do from there? How do we balance this off instead of only just focusing on our sisters? Where are we going with these brothers also to bring the balance of that? Let's start off with Sister Joyce. What's up, our Sister JLyn? I'm gonna talk to you, Sister. I haven't talked to you in years. Go ahead.
Well, I think that just like we are, again, our podcast is not gender specific.
Good.
Okay. Our experiences, while we are female, we are mothers, it's not just us. And our tagline is lifetime friends discussing life one experience at a time. But it's not just our experience. It could be someone who we know who may have experienced something. So it's not just us. Good. So we can come from any perspective, and hopefully the males, the men, the boys will listen as well.
That's profound. Now, Sister V, what do you say to that? What I just asked. What you say?
So with that, I mean, also that is correct. Now we have to, because women are the nurturers of their children, we are speaking to them as what we're speaking to them, because for them to start at the big, when their children are young. So teach the children, it's okay. You can cry sometimes. Our little, because we don't share that with our little young men, our little boys. Okay, you can cry. It's okay that sometimes if you decide you want to, in anything that is that men are not acceptance to, or men won't do in the light, they'll cry in the dark. So
who wrote that book? You remember who wrote that book? Remember Michael Basin wrote that book.
Michael Basin. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
But it's some things that we definitely want to get to the women as well too, which is so funny you say that, because I went to a funeral last week. And one of the young men said he didn't bring his children with him because he didn't want his children to see him crying. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what on earth? That is not something that we need to do. So I said, you know what? We're going to get together at a later time. It wasn't the day. That wasn't the day. But I want to introduce him to our podcast. I want him to hear the things that women go through, and that it's okay for men to be, vulnerable sometimes. It's okay for you to be a little sensitive sometimes. It's okay. It really can be. You can cry when you need to, because you have to, because of course, as we know, our young men, sometimes they don't want to cry around anybody. And this where they're holding so much things inside that then when it explodes, it may not be at that person that they're with, but it's going to explode, and it's going to be something that's not a good thing.
Oh, yes. I definitely can attest to that. I definitely can attest to that. Growing up, with a single mom and, dad in and out of the house, and but being grown up and raised in a nightclub setting. My father opened up a nightclub the year I was born. So downstairs in the house. So what us young men and women that was in the house, we experienced all of the madness that was going on in the club, up and down, outside at night, and all that kind of stuff. So what happens in our past affects a lot of us, especially in our formative years. Because that's why a lot of people are going to therapy now. People like Charlemagne is talking about it on the Breakfast Club, which he definitely needed it. And a lot of us need it. But when it comes to therapy, what do all of y'all suggest? Because, people have different angles. Certain people have their angles. Some people, I went through hypnotic therapy, and that was very helpful from somebody I knew, a friend of mine's wife that was very good. For 25 years, she'd been doing it. And she definitely convinced me in a certain way, subconsciously, to move. What do you feel that we need as adults, as well as children? What type of therapy do you think we need nowadays? Anyone can answer that, because I think this whole world, and this in this society, all of us need some type of therapy. I'm just going down that road. Go ahead. Who wants to start off? Sister SaS want to get it in. Go ahead, SaS.
Yes. I'm sure that most of your viewers know that there's a conspiracy to destroy the Black male. So our children, they need safe environments. They need someone that they can express themselves to. The Black needs love. He needs unconditional love, understanding. I'm not baby, but they need more Black males to be actively involved in their life. They need to know that I think therapy is a good thing. If you need therapy, then get it. Whatever you can afford or is available to you, you should get it. Drink some water, eat properly. That could probably change your the whole dynamic.
I got a whole gallon of water. I'm playing. I'm drinking.
That's right. I mean, drink some water. Just never give up hope. There's someone somewhere that cares about you. You just have to find the avenue. I'm retired from emergency medical services, and I've witnessed so much violence in our community, and I'm saddened by it. But there's hope for us. The Black man opportunity, he needs money. He needs to see a way out. And all over the world, the goal is to annihilate us, to oppress us.
Right. Anybody else want to touch on that?
Well, I think that therapy is good. I think it's excellent. Mm-hmm. I think that because sometimes we have to go to someone who is not going to be judgmental, mm-hmm. who is going to be open, who may not know us, may not know our experience and our past. And I think that if we can find a safe space, because that's what we need. We need a safe space mm-hmm. where we can share and pour out what we're going through to release ourselves from it. And then we can maybe clear our minds. And I think therapy is an excellent choice for someone who may need it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Sister V, you got anything on that? Sorry.
And it's also about it's self-love, I think also too. We have to learn to love ourselves. When we learn to love ourselves, then we can sometimes be open with that person and we can express ourselves. Communication is really key, extremely key. As Sister JLyn and Sister SaS stated, a safe place. It has to be someone that you can trust. Mm-hmm. So, our younger children, they may not quite understand who that person can be that they can trust. So we are hoping that it is, mother, father, somebody, close to them. And as far as adults, therapy is great for us. Meditation is good for us. Do Pilates, do some sort of breathing exercises, but we have to learn how to take care of ourselves. We have to learn how to find what is good for us. And then when we need to, we have to, speak to someone about it.
Thank y'all for all that you said. Family, is now 23 minutes after the hour all over the world. All over the world, it's 23 minutes after the hour. Please share, like, subscribe. Don't play with this. We don't play. And of course, on the bottom, we're scrolling and pinned on the chat. We also got their YouTube channel. I want people to subscribe because they have great discussions amongst each other. Funny too. Some of them clips are hilarious. So I love them clips. So I'll be like, what the hell? That was quick. Clip was moving. So enough respect to the editor for that, because they be hooking it up. But people, we're broadcasting not only on their channel, we're also broadcasting on Twitter. We're broadcasting on 2 Facebook pages, King Simon Productions and King Simon, and also we're broadcasting on my YouTube channel, King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Now, one of the questions I would love to ask each and every one of you is, from the time you all were children, what was some of the wise words that your mother or father shared with you as you was growing up? And let's go. I want y'all to go. I want y'all to dig deep, because Queen Afua told me one time, sometimes you got to go back to that child back in the day to find some of that imagination, some of that truth that you was so enjoyed and loved, and to bring it to fruition. And you could look up in the sky, because that's a certain way to tapping into that energy. Your eyes could go wherever it got to go. I just want to make sure y'all bring from your mother or your father, who gave y'all some of the best pearls that you remember to this day. Let's talk about it. Who wants to go with that first? Who wants to kick it off? What? Wait a minute. Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead, Sister Sam. Talk about it. We're gonna drink our tea. We're gonna drink.
My mother told me to pray like it all depends on God and work like it all depends on you.
That's a wow. That give mommy a round of applause. Sister V, you ready? Go ahead, Sister V. What you got? You better stop playing. You better stop. Come on now.
It's a lot. I mean, we have a lot of things.
I just need one.
I'm trying to think when you put me on the spot, I can't think.
Either your mother or your father. Your mother or your father, anyone.
So I'll say one thing my mother always resonated with us is don't go to sleep angry at your family members, which is our sisters and brothers.
That's a good one.
So that, and we don't, we'll, have the biggest fight in the world, but then, before we go to sleep, okay, we okay now. So then the next morning we fine. So that's something we always, yeah.
All right. Sister JLyn, what's up? What's your mama or daddy used to say?
I can't think of a particular saying, but I do know that my father, he taught us respect. He taught us to respect our elders, just adults, not even so much elders, but he taught us how to do things, like to walk a straight path. And so I can't really think of a saying but I know the lessons that he taught me.
Powerful. Give that a round of applause. I have to share what my mother said years ago to myself and my sister, because she said it. She said, make sure your rent is paid. Always make sure. You can have no lights, no gas, no light. Make sure your rent is paid. That's the real talk. Because I remember my mother, my uncle and his wife, they had and my aunt, they had 12 children. 12 children between both of them. Had 12 children. And I remember there was a murmur going on in our house that they didn't have no lights or nothing, but he took care of that mortgage. They still was there, no lights in the cold, but they still, to get everything together, they huddled up together in the house and all that. They came over, came to the house, and we cooked for them and all that kind of. I remember all this as a child, and I remember that murmur. And then when I grew up and I asked about it, they said, yeah, we had to make sure that the rent or the mortgage was paid for that house, and they had that house for at least 50 years. Until they sold it when everybody transitioned, when my uncle and aunt transitioned. So that having those little memorable moments from your great ones, and it's very important that. And somebody threw up some Cash App. Oh, y'all got some money y'all want? Oh, okay. Woo, somebody threw the Cash App up. Thank you. You can support our endeavors to continue making quality content via Cash App. That's $ Your Mama Said What? And make sure you have the PayPal. Where the PayPal at? Because that's international people watch me also. So internet, they don't do Cash App. They do PayPal. So make sure y'all get your Cash App and PayPal up. And we want to make sure. But thank y'all if y'all got PayPal, hit me up with that too, so we can put it on there and let everybody show some love of them. I'm going to put a star on it right now so people can really support. Spread love to the family. They're here to share those pearls. It is now 28 minutes, and I'm gonna just ask them one more question, and this is for all of them, because these next words that I want to throw out them, I want each one of them to answer it from their perspective and how it pertains to the wisdom that they have to offer on their show, but also the wisdom that they've learned over years. So it could be as long as they want, but I just want to make sure that each one of these words are covered. And I'm going to start with the first one that I have written down, and that's the word integrity. Integrity. Sister JLyn, you want to start off with that? You ready for that?
Yes. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Mm-hmm. So but the thing about, even if no one else is looking, you're looking. So you have to be right within yourself.
And that's from your perspective, right? Straight up.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. All right, Sister SaS, come on, talk to me.
You're going to have to answer to the Creator for what you do. So will he be pleased with the universe? Is going to reward you for what you did, or you will be standing by a pit of fire. Okay? So
That's the integrity.
you better
That's the
have
integrity
some integrity.
You gotta have some
Better
integrity.
have some integrity because karma is always watching.
That's right. And people, the word karma means cause and effect. So y'all be very careful.
Okay.
Put out the good cause so the right effect can come out, not the negative cause. Sister SaS gonna put some stuff to you. Sister V, go ahead, Sister V. What integrity? Come on.
And I'm going to also add honesty, because we want trust. We want to have trust as well too. And we're always going to try to do the right things. And sometimes through our experiences, we will let you know that sometimes we may not have always done the right thing because we didn't know any better. So that's what we're bringing to you all, and hoping that, again, it may bring something that may inspire, motivate, help you all out. So.
Okay. How about the word decisions? What were some of the decisions that defined all of you? What are some of the decisions that defined every one of you? Sister JLyn, come on, let's do it. Yeah. We're going around in a circle.
Okay, well, the decision to do this podcast.
I'm talking about pearls of wisdom back in the day. You come on.
Well, listen, the decision to do this podcast is going to share the pearls of wisdom from our experiences.
Right. I understand. Okay. Is that it? That's what you want to hear? That's what you want to share? Come on now.
Well, again, going back to integrity and doing the right thing, I like to live life by making correct decisions. I try to keep other people in mind as I'm making decisions. Right. I'm working on that because I am definitely a work in progress.
Yes, we all are. Yes. Yes, we all are. I understand. She's laughing at it too. Sister SaS, go ahead. Let's go, Sister SaS. Decisions that you've made that has affected your pearls of wisdom today. What's up? Talk about it.
I try to be tactical because we are people who are at war. So you develop your strategy and you execute as tactical as you can.
I like that. That's a tactical and strategic, girl. You got to be strategic with it. How about you, Sister V? What's up? Talk about it. The decisions that you made.
So,
honestly,
some of the decisions were good, some of them were bad, but all of them were learning. They helped me to learn. So the decisions that I've made that brought me to to where I am right now, it has all been a learning experience. Sometimes I don't want to say good or bad. I'll say it's been a learning experience.
It's been a learning experience, sister. Okay, let's go with the word substance. What type of substance that you've galvanized that you've picked up over the years to make what you're about to present on this podcast? What kind of substance are y'all going to share with the people, as far as the podcast is concerned? JLyn?
Well, like Sister V just said, every experience should be, or we should look at it as a learning experience. And we can look at it as positive or negative, but we need to look at what's the lesson. I like to look at lessons.
Good.
I like to take whatever's coming my way and say, what's the lesson that I am supposed to learn within this experience? That's right. So the substance, I like to think that everything will have substance for me.
Right.
But again, it's my outlook. It will be my outlook, whether or not it's positive or negative.
Okay. How about you, Sister SaS? Talk about it. Substance. What is the substance that you bring through your experience?
Substance is faith. Okay. And bringing into fruition your dreams and doing good. The substance is like, what is substance? It's matter, right? So pull from the universe what you want to produce, what you want to see for your people.
Okay, all right.
Common sense. Mix it with some common sense some love, and try to give it back.
Right.
Better to multiply it.
That's right. Multiply it. Mathematics, girl. That's right. Mathematics. Sister V, what's up? Substance.
Okay, so all I have learned, experienced, and seen, and done, and the diversity, with it all. I think had I not some of the experiences that I've gone through, had I not gone through it, I may not have been as open as I am now. So all of that put together is what has helped me to be who I am.
Okay. And this another word that we're gonna deal with is tolerance. Who did you have to tolerate? What have you been tolerable of over the years to bring these pearls to light on this show that's about this podcast that y'all have? Come on now, talk about it, JLyn. Tolerance.
Whoa, tolerance.
Touch that.
Yes.
Tolerance.
Woo, yes, please.
Yeah, I think that's a heavy word.
Yes, it is.
That's a heavy word. And I think that, again, I am definitely speaking from my experience. I'm learning to tolerate.
Put my eyes up. What the hell? What you talking about?
No. I think that I am learning. For anyone who knows me, knows that my level of patience.
I'll drink to that.
Okay, so no, I'm learning tolerance. I'm learning that people are different,
right?
And people don't walk the same walk.
That's right.
And we have to look at people in their walk, and not so much my walk. So I am learning tolerance. I'm learning how to diversify my thinking and my outlook.
Okay. Sister SaS, what's up? Tolerance. What are we talking about?
Tolerance and patience go hand in hand. Right? You have to meet people where they are if you genuinely want to help them. So to be patient is to know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing because the universe mandates that. You know, and the proper utilization of time is something that's teaching me patience in this podcast. All right. Because I want to be effective, you know, and I really want to give the best of me. And I'll tolerate, I'll try to tolerate. I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress, brother.
That part.
Be honest. We have to tolerate a lot if we want to deal with our people and each other and our family and be forgiving and genuine. But be to myself, be true.
That's right.
I'm striving.
That's right. Sister Vee, come on, talk about it. Tolerance.
Yeah, tolerance is being open. Tolerance is knowing that everyone is not the same. That, you know, as both Sister SaS and Sister JLyn stated, that you have to meet them where they are. You have to be open to what they are. And sometimes you may have to change some ways of doing things. Learning how to do things differently.
Yes.
That is open at you.
Powerful. The last word we're going to deal with, and it's a big word because many of us probably have gone through it. It's called mistakes. Mistakes. The word is mistake. Now, Sister JLyn, we're going with you again. Now, mistakes. The mistakes that you've made, that you've learned from. Let's talk about it, because young people, old people, everybody listening right now. Go ahead. Talk about it.
The ego part of me would say I don't make mistakes.
Oh, there you go. Oh, see. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh my gosh. Do I have to laugh at that again?
But we all know that everyone makes mistakes. And what I like to do, again, going back to lessons, if I make a mistake, I want to learn from it. So I'm looking for the lesson in everything. There's a lesson in everything. There's a lesson in this live show. So there's a lesson. That's the way I look at things. Everything's a lesson.
That's
so
right.
I learn from my mistakes. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I learned from them.
Don't worry, you and your creator knows that. You and your creator. Praise the creator. Boy, the creator must have a whole book. Lessons. All right, Sister SaS, what's up? Talk about it. What's the lesson? What's the mistakes that you've learned from. The mistakes.
Mistakes we shall make, but they shall not continue to exist. Clean it up. Back up. Go on to keep it moving. Don't keep on making the same mistakes, because that's sanity. Okay, if you don't learn from your mistakes, recognize them, know what they are, and keep it moving.
I like that. You too. Yeah, keep it moving. How about Sister Viola? What's up? I mean, Sister Vee. Go ahead. Sister Viola. All right, forgive me.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it's natural.
That's no, mistakes are practices for what is to come, practices for the future, or practices for what we know not to do. So that's how I see it now. Of course, before I may not have, but now that's how I see mistakes. And mistakes, we are going to make mistakes, but mistakes is, I can't think of the quote that one of the social media, what is it, like a Google or one of them people said, but I can't think of it.
Who Kevin Samuels? No, I'm joking. Who said it? You remember?
I can't remember, because I can't remember the quote. I'm sorry, but it was in my head. But it's kind of like it's saying that, I didn't fail. Say if you made 100 mistakes, I didn't fail 100 times. I just learned how to do it differently. That's what it is.
Okay.
And I think I want to say it might have even been Einstein.
Einstein might have said that.
I'm not sure. I'll find it and I will put it in.
Einstein was crazy. Don't worry about him. So as long as you ain't quoting Sigmund Freud, who was always drinking and smoking and doing his madness. But they were brilliant minds. But all right, well, ladies, I want to thank all of you for coming on. Any last words from everyone? We are now 42 minutes after the hour everywhere in the world. Any last words from everybody? Of course, that everybody make sure everyone should subscribe to their YouTube channel right now, because now is the time, family. We pinned on the top of the chat. Also, we're scrolling at the bottom. Remember, they got Cash App. They got an email. That could be the PayPal now. The PayPal is good to make the email. That's good. That's smart if y'all want to do that. But they got Cash App. They got, of course, you can email them. You got the IG. You could hit them up at IG. Also, the Cash App is the same name. Your mama said what? You'll never forget that. All right, of course. Sound like something Bernie Mac would say. Your mama said what? Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac. So, enough respect. Last word, Sister JLyn. Let's go around. Sister JLyn, last word.
I would like to thank everyone who has been a part of the making of Your Mama Said What. First, my co-hosts, SaS and Vee. I would like to thank our music producer and engineer who gave us our music track, Our Era Studios. I would like to thank Creative Genius Technologies for the logo. I would like to thank the many voices that wholeheartedly did our track. If you listen to if you watch our episodes, the overlay, the intro and the outro. And we would like to thank, and we would be remiss if we didn't, our engineer, our consultant, and our producer, booking it with Atia. She's in the background now doing stuff. And we would like to thank King Simon for having us on.
Yeah, when Atia popped up, I didn't know who she was. I'm like, who that? In the back of my face, I don't know who that is.
You got an engineer.
Right. I learned to do this myself. But go ahead, Sister SaS. Last words, please.
I would like to thank you. I'm grateful. I think I'm just so grateful for this opportunity to become public and just have a platform and maybe leave a legacy of some wisdom and some pearls. And thank co-hosts, and I just thank everyone for listening to us. I thank Allah. I thank God. I thank everyone. The spirit. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful.
We thanking Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad up here, girl.
That's right.
Thank them all. And
That's right.
Sister Vee, go ahead. Your last word.
So yes, thank you, King Simon, for letting us come onto your platform. We truly appreciate it. Of course, always great to be amongst my co-hosts, and we can't do anything without our engineer. Yes. We thank her for that. And we want to thank your viewers as well, too. Thank you guys for, giving us an opportunity and listening to what we have to say. But please come on to our channel. Your mom said what? And listen to us, comment to us. Let us know what you want to hear, what you want to talk about, some of our experiences. So please do all that. And just thank you again. We thank you. We appreciate you. And just don't forget about your mama said what?
Yes, right. Yeah. Let me ask you one more question before y'all leave. Y'all are open for interviews and all that. Y'all going to be doing interviews?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. You made it so easy for us. Sure.
When I say interviews, I mean for on your podcast, will you be interviewing people? That's what I mean.
Yes, eventually that's down the line. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you let me know. I can, if any way I can assist y'all with. Y'all let me know what sisters are person. I've worked with Sister Shahrazad. I've had Queen of Four. So anyone y'all want, y'all just let me know. I can get them on there. That's easy. That's my friends. Those are my peoples, healers, all that kind of stuff. People that are doing the work out here in this community. It's very important that people, because that's what builds even more of the algorithms when you start bringing on those people, and then you do your own show and throw everybody in there in the mix with y'all. But I think somebody like a Queen of Four would do well on your show to help also build it, or Sister Shahrazad, she'd be good. Also, she's very interesting when she got to talk. That's how she is. And different people, man. So if you ever looking for those type of people, just ask me and I'll send you their contact, and I'll just tell them King Simon sent you, and they will be happy to join you. I have a list of people that y'all will do well with this program. As long as, you don't have to do it every week. And once a month, you get somebody nice that you can promote, and then boom, make it happen. And then people be anticipating to come on, like, okay, I'm going to check this program out. But they build up a lot of people's names, and that's good and helpful. That's helpful. All right.
Well, thank you for that information and that advice. We would like to say, your mama said what?
Your mama said, all right. Want to give them a round of applause? Your mama said what? Where your cup, Sister Vee? Where your cup at? We all drink that. My cup is empty.
Thank you.
Y'all be careful out here. Y'all take care of yourselves. All right. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Round of applause, family. They did a great job. Oh my goodness. Woo, man. We gotta give them a well-deserved round of applause. They came on and gave it all up, and thank the engineer in the back doing what they love to do and providing all the great information. And make sure y'all check out the podcast. Sisters just sharing their wisdom, the pearls of wisdom. Make sure you show them some love, because it's all about showing that love, because you got to spread love. And please subscribe, and share this podcast. And do remember, family, this is their Cash App, this is their email, this is their IG. Go spread love. Of course, their YouTube is pinned on the top. Also, make sure you show them some love any way you can. Come on, any little bit counts. It's always about showing love to our beautiful sisters that are doing the work. And again, subscribe, and share. Want to remind everybody, let me put my little musical bed on the bottom, because we got things I got to talk about before we leave this thing. I got to put my little musical bed with my African beat. Oh my God, I'm serious. Where's my African beat? Right here. Oh, yes. All right. Just remember, family, I want to remind everybody that this is coming Wednesday. Matter of fact, Monday. Tomorrow, I will have my Aunt Shashat. She will be in the building. Generational Health Revolution on IG. So yeah, tune into my IG. That's at iam.kingsimon. That's iam.kingsimon. We're going to be speaking about generational health is revolutionary. Are you ready for it? And then coming Wednesday, of course, we're going to have this sister and I. She's from Canada. I'm from here in America. We're crossing borders right now. Healing Vibes show every Wednesday. I'm doing it. I'm going to be connecting with people in England also. So look out for that. And remember, this coming week, we have this beautiful lady, Paula Herlock. She's going to awesome. Go to her website, paulaherlock.com. How to intentionally create a spiritual blueprint to enter into fifth 5D Earth. That's 5D Earth. That's fifth dimension. You know how it is. And then next Wednesday, we have the one, the only Dr. Christian Gregory. I think that's the first child of Dr. Dick Gregory, but it's either the first or the second child. But he's going to be coming on live and direct with us, giving us some wisdom and some knowledge also. So enough respect to him. And do remember, support Carrie Ann Ingram, certified spiritual energy healer. That's right. And guide. Show some love. Hit her up on the Instagram. Hit her up on the link tree. Hit her up on the website. Lloyd Strayhorn. Y'all know my brother Lloyd. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up. 1-800-581-4401. The world-renowned astronumerologist. Been on BLS, LIB, and all over the place. And do remember, if you want to take my webinar, please send that Cash App love. Send that PayPal love. And remember, put your email in the description or the comment section, and I will send you the link immediately. Only $55. Don't even holler. I'm telling you. And remember, Tuesday, I'm going to be doing this, the Numerovational Perspective, where you can call in and enjoy the ministry of Numerovation. That's what I do. That's how we do it. And remember, if you want to advertise, do a commercial break, intermission, all of that, hit us up on the email right there on the bottom. Remember, advertisement doesn't cost, it pays. And do remember, hit up all my books, get all my books. No promotion is bad promotion. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and the Numerovation for mental stability. Hit me up on Instagram, or hit me up at linktree/King Simon, the Numerovator. And remember, if you want to book a session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth. That's right, the 347-496-1022. Remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And remember, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And last but not least, let's say this prayer with Dr. Delbert Blair left this prayer for us back in the day. Dr. Blair used to say, "Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now." Thank you, Dr. Blair, for what you've shared with us. And y'all know I usually like to close my show with some great people's quotes. The late, great Marcus Mosiah Garvey used to say, "Up, you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. One love, one aim, one destiny." Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad used to say, "Regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God." And the late, great Maya Angelou used to say, "And still we rise." Family, continue to rise to the top. Be your best self. Strive to be your strongest self. And don't give up. Always remember, it ain't over until we win. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, people, wherever you broadcast, wherever you're watching it. Peace and love. And so later.
Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. It's about guiding people. Only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. It's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. New motivation from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. Nana push it. 1 + 1 is 2. Be precise. 3 + 2 is 5. Guard your mind. Me plus you is mathematician. Learn from V1 numerator. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Me motivation from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. Nana push it. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numeration from the king. Learn the foundation from the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultation because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that magi family, be that magician, be that numerational motivated force.